Hi, my name is Asta, and today's my last day at Patna. So I'm going to be sharing some 5-minute tips with you. So here we go to Outlook, and there's this feature. It's called the Quick Access Toolbar. So what you do is you right-click on it, and you click Add to Quick Access Toolbar. So if I use Teams a lot and I want to share an email, I'll just go on an email like this one, and I can share it like directly from there. You can also do it on OneNote, which is really good. If I want to add the color palette, then I can just do that and go to the color palette and use a lot of colors. Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you, Asta, for that tip. Just to reiterate, that works in any of the Microsoft products. So if there is something that you use on a regular basis, pin it to the Quick Access Toolbar so that when you make the screen full screen, you'll be able to see those icons and use those icons. Asta has been part of the Student Digital Leaders for some time now, and her and the team are absolutely brilliant at giving me brutally honest feedback on whether or not some of the things are going to be embedded or adopted by the students, particularly in our pastoral programs. Okay, my first tip today is talking about the mouse. It's an accessibility feature in terms of how do you make the mouse across your screen either larger or with a higher contrast so that students, maybe they're sitting at the back of the classroom, they can access or see your mouse. Click on the Windows button and type in mouse, and you should be able to then change the pointer. At the moment you can see mine is extra large. You can change them based upon the accessibility spectrum of the students in your class. My second tip, or the third tip of this series, is basically I'm just looking at my list here. I've got PDPA, Personal Data Protection Act. It's going to come into enforcement in Thailand at the end of May. And I want to use this opportunity just to talk about some of the things that are in that PDPA law that will impact us. The first one, just going to look at the different types of data that we use in the school. PDPA classifies it into two areas, something called the general personal data and sensitive personal data. When you're collecting general personal data like name and date of birth, that goes into one particular category, and we don't need to be as careful with that data as we would if it were sensitive data. So for example, information about health, particularly pertinent right now, or ethnic origin or nationality, those things are sensitive personal data. And what we'll do, we have an internal data protection officer at the moment, CONSOM. And if you're not so sure about whether or not data is personal or general, sensitive or general, then you can contact her at dpo@patna.ac.th. She will be able to assist you in that process if you are collecting data of anybody in the community, staff, students, and parents. Okay, I'm going to move on to one of the bits of software that we have a site license for as well. And if I go to the dashboard, we're going to search for Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle allows you to, when you sign into it, if I search in here, you can see it's got Edpuzzle cross-campus site license. It allows you to upload videos or use YouTube videos or any video you like, and then assign questions to the sections on the video itself. And then you can collect that data, and they have to sometimes, if you want them to, you answer the question correctly, and then they can move on to the next part of the video. So YouTube, Vimeo, all these different videos that are out there, you can use it as part of a formative assessment tool. So sign in with your Google account and you have access to the pro features in Edpuzzle. Jordan Taylor, the other Taylor in the school, made a great video that he shared recently with the secondary staff on Edpuzzle. My last tip is switching the dashboard on Firefly. Sometimes you don't know what does Firefly look like if you are a parent or if you're a student. Now down here it says switch dashboard, and you can select the dashboard. So let's go and have a look at what the Parents Gateway dashboard looks like. You switch the dashboard, and you can see what it looks like from their perspective. Here we go. That's the parents dashboard. And you can do the same for students, primary students, and secondary students. I'm going to switch back and I'm going to say goodbye and have a wonderful Songkran break. Take care, everybody.